Please click on the subscribe button so you get notified when the latest content drops. Now, let's kick it.
Time for my 5 flaming hot picks for NFL Week 14. But first, let's do a quick recap. So last week, we went 2-3 on our picks. We had the Texans minus 3.5 over the Jaguars. Jaguars made it a field goal game. They were able to cover even after Trevor Lawrence went out. Chargers on the money line over the Falcons, hit. Commanders on the money line over the Titans, hit. Ravens minus 3 over the Eagles, did not hit. I thought the Eagles were going to be able to beat the Ravens. I was sadly mistaken. And then I had the Niners plus 6 over the Bills, or to at least to cover, and they got blown out. That being said, let's get into this week's picks. So, pick number 1, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Browns plus 6 over the Steelers last week. Jameis threw 2 pick sixes, and I don't think he's going to have a bad game. Usually in divisional rivalry games, they are close games, especially between the Browns and the Steelers. Last time the Browns and Steelers faced off, the Browns were able to beat the Steelers in Cleveland in snow. Jameis had a phenomenal game. This time around, I think the Steelers will get the victory, but I think the Browns cover the 6 points. It'll be a close game, especially because Mike Tomlin, as a heavy favorite, does not usually cover. I think he's only covered 42%. As an underdog, he is one of the most profitable head coaches, and in this scenario, I am taking the Browns plus 6. I am taking the Eagles on the money line over the Panthers. I just think a 2-touchdown game, especially right now because the Panthers are very frisky, is too many points. I think the Eagles will ultimately win. I think the Eagles might win by 10 points. But I think 14 is just a little bit too much, especially right now because the Panthers are frisky. I know Bryce Young, he's recently shown that he has a potential future with the Panthers, but the Eagles defense definitely is stellar. Devontae Smith is back. AJ Green is back. They're just too many pieces on the Eagles side, both sides of the Eagles ball, to overpower and overwhelm the Panthers. But I still have some belief that the Panthers are frisky, and two touchdown game, I feel like is too much. So take the Eagles on the money line over the Panthers. I think it'll be a 10-point plus game, but still Eagles money line, Panthers. Pick number 3, we're going with the Raiders plus 6.5 to cover against the Buccaneers. The Bucs this year at home, they are 2-4. Raiders, I think, are 1-4 on the road, and not just that, against the AFC West, they have been blown out against both the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, the Raiders are not the Kansas City Chiefs or the Denver Broncos or the Los Angeles Chargers. They are a struggling, losing team right now. They are a losing franchise trying to find some sort of stability. But last week against the Kansas City Chiefs, if it wasn't for a botched snap, they would have potentially had an opportunity to win that game against the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're going to come out against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, especially because it is a Super Bowl rematch for the franchises, and they're going to make this a ball game. They're going to make this a close ball game, and that's why I think the Bucs ultimately win, getting their first win against an AFC West team. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to cover the 6.5 points. So take the Raiders plus 6.5 to cover against the Buccaneers, and take the Buccaneers to win that game ultimately. Bills minus 3.5 over the Rams in LA. Take the Bills. The Bills are right now rolling. They just whoop my team's ass. If they don't beat the Rams' ass, I'm going to be irritated. I need them to beat the Rams. And not just the fact that I need them to beat the Rams. The Rams are also dealing with a lot of injuries, and the Bills defense is legit and is real. They are physical. They are going to come after you. And realistically, the Rams, they're still a rebuilding franchise, even though they have their franchise quarterback in Matthew Stafford. Hasn't been a great season for them. They've been dealing with a lot of injuries to Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, two of their top tier talents, weapons, whatever you want to call them. Take the Bills minus 3.5 to beat the Rams in LA, because I just feel like Josh Allen and the Bills right now, they're on a completely different level from everybody else. They beat the Chiefs. The only Chiefs loss is to the Bills, and it was, I think, a 9-point victory. So Bills minus 3.5 over the Rams. And then my last pick, take the Chiefs on the money line over the Chargers. The reason why it's the money line and not the points is because I like the Chargers in this game originally. Then J.K. Dobbins went out. Then Ladd McConkey went out. Two of the Chargers' top weapons will not be playing in this game, and that is worrisome. The Chiefs, they are getting, I believe, they got Isaac Pacheco back. I think Marquise Brown is a couple weeks away from returning. The Chiefs are getting healthier. the team is somewhat rolling or still finding ways to win these close ball games. And I think the Chiefs, because of the lack of talent on the Chargers offensive side of the ball, will be able to overcome and beat the Chargers. I think it'll be a field goal game. I don't think it'll be 7 points like the first game. I think the Chiefs on the money line over the Chargers is the pick for the second matchup. I like the Chargers. Originally, I liked the Chargers +4. Then when the injury report came out, I was leaning heavily against the Chiefs because Ladd McConkey, J.K. Dobbins not being there, I thought Gus Edwards was going to be able to maintain the same level of production that J.K. Dobbins had. Clearly, that's not the case. Maybe it was because it was his first real week getting most of the workload. Maybe he can actually get some sort of a rhythm here moving forward, but I just don't see that happening against the Chiefs. So Chiefs, moneyline over Chargers. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My 5 flaming hot picks for NFL Week 14. Browns +6 over the Steelers. Eagles on the moneyline over the Panthers. Raiders +6.5 to cover against the Buccaneers. Bills -3.5 to beat the Rams. And the Chiefs on the moneyline over the Chargers. Now, if you like my picks, please subscribe, like, and comment on this video. Share this with your friends, families, and partners. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to tune in to N1 from the End Zone. And don't forget to be back next week for my another 5 flaming hot picks while the season is still going. See y'all soon.
Guys, have you heard? Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.